sisters. Bora Kang, a homeroom teacher, starts to do a roll call. Here, Bora, sitting at her desk, raises her hand and looks outside the window to see cherry trees in full blossom. In April, the school campus gives the picturesque scenery. The cherry blossoms are all around, and the view from the window is so spectacular it steals the class's attention. "We'll miss those cherry blossoms next spring," Lang Li whispers from behind Bora. Bora smiles a bit without looking at Lang, who has been Bora's classmate for 3 years. Bora has never been interested in Lang due to Lang's background. Lang, born to a wealthy family, lives in a different environment from Bora's. Besides, Bora was told that Lang plans to go study abroad, which means that Bora's life has nothing to do with hers. For this reason, Lang's interest in Bora is unwelcoming to Bora. As the class starts, Bora focuses on the teacher, making a note of the class. Even during a break, she doesn't leave her seat and reviews what she learned. Judging from her attitude, she must have been a smart student in school. But she had been a troubled one. Far from studying until she entered her senior year this spring. She always had poor report cards, and has been shunned by her classmates, who saw Bora as an odd girl. Bora hasn't cared about how she was treated by them. All she did was to read books and practice martial arts. In the afternoon, the bell rings for the end of the class. As usual, Bora walks to the library to check out some books before going home. She doesn't notice Lang coming after her. "Bora, wait. I'll come with you," Lang yells at Bora. Bora turns around and sees Lang running toward her. She waits for Lang by walking slowly. "I'm gonna read the book you're reading. I just don't know what to read. So I wanna get help with basic reading," Lang says, gasping. "Well, it depends. If you wanna improve your test scores, you'd better ask a teacher," Bora says without emotion. Bora checks out a couple of history books and a pop fiction at the library. "It's my drug," Bora mumbles, holding a provocative teen novel. "I'm done, Lang. I'll stay for a while in the reading room. I guess you should go home." "I saw your chauffeur," Bora says. "No, I don't have to." "Don't worry. I'll stay," Lang says. They sit side by side at a long table. While Bora reads books, Lang studies for her TOEFL exam. Bora glances at Lang, avoiding eye contact, and reads what Lang writes on the table with her finger. It's snack time. A little while later, Bora is sitting across the table from Lang in a cozy cafe near the school, and looks at Lang sipping a glass of milk. "It's very nice to sit here with you, Bora," Lang smiles. "I think you know about me, and it's your turn to say something about you." "Well, I was nobody, you know. But at the beginning of this year I just decided to improve my grades. So I'm pushing myself to come top in my class to go to a good college. You know, it sounds ridiculous. But I think I can make it. That's all I can tell you about me," Bora says. "Oh, I see. Anyway, I'm going to cheer you up, Bora," Lang shrugs her shoulders. As Bora makes a little more conversation with Lang, Bora sees a black sedan come out of a nearby alley through the window and hears that Lang has to leave. After waving to Lang, who is walking to the sedan, Bora looks at the dying afternoon sun and checks the time if she can stay longer, because she has a 7 o'clock curfew. After stepping out of the cafe, Bora looks up the sky and sees the descending sun make the lines of gold and red over the distant mountain. She crosses the street and takes the outdoor staircase to reach the path, which runs along the Sungbok stream. The stream has been a local attraction since the area that had been a wilderness of grass and weeds turned into the big apartment complexes about 2 decades ago. Walking along the stream, Bora fixes her eyes on the water. She feels calm while listening to the sound of water. Since Bora began to live in Sungbak-dong with her mother, she has listened to the stream since she wanted to go to school on foot. Taking a deep breath once in a while, she walks with quick steps thinking that she needs to focus on what she learned from each class. But she finds out that she keeps thinking of Lang against her will. Suddenly, Bora feels sad because she can't deny that Lang was the only person that asked Bora to go out for a snack. No one has asked Bora to hang out, let alone go to see a movie. So far, she has never cared about real friends, since she fell into characters in the books she had read. However, after chatting with Lang in the cafe, Bora realizes that what she wanted was a friend of her age. And she couldn't replace real friends with those who she met in books. Bora also feels sorry that her mother, Suk Kang, is the only person in her family without having siblings or grandparents. Since Suk was raised in an orphanage, Bora sees the leaves of the trees on the brink of the stream rustling in the spring breeze. She tries to empty the thoughts about Lang which keep whirling round in Bora's head. But her mind can't get away from Lang. According to Lang's account, Lang was brought up in a well-to-do family and has younger twin brothers who go to a private high school in the United States. Lang also will join them soon after she gets an admission from a college. Thanks to her devoted parents and grandmother, Lang travels to California for summer vacation and stays in the beach house, which is on the west coast of America. Bora knew well that Lang couldn't be a girl to be compared with her. But Bora can't restrain a feeling of jealousy that she has never had before. In a confused state of mind, Bora shakes her head regretting her feelings about Lang. Soon Bora accepts herself as is. Bora has neither been ashamed nor complained about anything in her life, and grew up to be a strong girl with self-esteem. Although she was raised by a single mother, and Bora has looked up to Suk, who overcame her own misfortunes and worked hard to make a better life. Filled with such a pride, Bora has never been afraid of the eyes of others around her. At a spot near her home, Bora ascends to the road to reach the apartment complex in which she lives. When she gets close to her home, she takes a seat on a bench near the playground. She thinks she needs to calm down herself from the atmosphere she has never experienced. She closes her eyes and tries to push Lang away from her head. But somewhere inside her mind she imagines what would happen if she is put in Lang's place. When Bora is under the illusion that she has Lang's parents instead of Suk, and goes with them to the airport, she hears a boy ask for the soccer ball rolled in front of her feet. She is awakened in surprise and jumps to her feet to get the ball. "Here you go, kid." Standing at the door of her home, Bora checks that there is still an ivory line on the knob. Every morning when she goes out to school, she draws a line with a water-based pen as a sign of her own security. This evening it hasn't been smudged with fingerprints as well, and Bora erases it with her fingers before opening the door. Right after getting inside home, Bora walks to the kitchen to prepare a meal for herself and Suk, who will be getting off work. Bora hasn't been asked to cook dinner or do house chores. She just wants to help Suk with a lot of stuff because she always takes pity on Suk. And she also feels relaxed while cooking. By the way, this evening she thinks that the kitchen looks different than usual. "Oh boy, I live a boring life," Bora says to herself when she finishes cooking. "I shouldn't have talked with Lang. I don't know why I feel shitty about this whole thing. Come on, Bora. Wake up." Bora takes out a math workbook and other books from her backpack, and begins to work on them while waiting for Suk. Bora tries not to think of Lang who comes into her head over and over again. And she opens an English textbook. "I need to improve my English. Who knows what my life will be. Like Lang, I may study abroad." Bora shrugs her shoulders and keeps mumbling. "And now I find myself in need of friends. Obviously, I think I enjoyed spending time with Lang. Talking with her is much better than reading books, huh? Around 7:20, Sook joins Bora for dinner. How was your day, sweetie? Sook smiles. Well, I had a snack with a classmate cause she wanted. She seemed to hover around me. I don't know why, Bora says. Really? It's the first time I've ever heard from you about a girl. It sounds great. Bora, you need friends. What's her name? Sook says with a big smile. Lang. You don't know her. Anyway, I need to focus on my study. You know, getting out of last place to come top of the class is very hard. I have no time for people around me, Bora says with a serious look. Yeah, Sook says, doubting if Bora can make it. Mom, how was your day? Did you have many clients? No, a few people came in, and no contract. Sook rises to her feet and begins to clean the kitchen table. After letting Bora go to her room,